On today's episode of Watch Jared Go, we are out in the truck to go rescue a girl in college with a car problem. I don't know anything about this. I'm just in the truck driving to the place, and when we get there, we're gonna figure it out. What is going on, guys? I am Watch Jared Go, and today, like I said, I'm here with Eric. Eric set this whole thing up. What are we doing?
My cousin called and she's in slight distress and worried about not getting home for Christmas. So we're gonna make sure that she can get home for Christmas.
And all you told me is it's a Subaru and it might have a cooling issue, I guess. You did tell me that.
Yeah. She said usually it's blue and it's been red, and that's all the information I have. So we're gonna work with that.
It's either cold or hot.
That's what I figured.
Never in between. It was never the right porridge bowl. It was just too hot or too cold.
She's like, you don't know anything about Subarus, do you? I was like, no. Do you? Oh, no. I was like, well, we'll figure it out.
Well, why are you judging me then? If you don't know anything about Subarus.
No big deal.
We know a little bit about Subarus because we've seen a thing.
I know if I want to blow it up, I'll call Zach.
That's true, man. I have been in one while it blew up. In a few minutes, we'll be over here. We got the scanner, we got some tools, and we're gonna just kind of see what's going on and if we can get this thing whipped in a parking lot. And if not, I guess we can always drag it back to my shop and figure it out there. We're almost here. Hopefully we don't run out of daylight. We are cutting it a little bit close there. You know what's funny? Earlier today, the news posted that the shortest day of the year has already come and gone. And I don't think that's accurate. I'm pretty sure that's like right about Christmas. I think they were just, well, people were asking if they were controlling the time and the weather now. That's,
oh yeah, for sure.
Here's the car. It's a 2008 Legacy, right? Is that?
Subaru Impreza.
Oh, it's just an Impreza. Okay. Oh, the Legacy might be a wagon. What is going on with this? Auto start, auto saver system. That's interesting. Corrosion control device. Huh. It looks like it's just connected to the body then. It's got two anodes.
This car can never rust.
It must have come from somewhere else because no one in Kansas would ever put something like that on a car. I've never seen that before in my life.
So that's got to be, I mean, it pulls from there, but that's at the very bottom.
Yeah, you're right. I don't see much coolant in there. It does look like it may have been spraying coolant all over the place.
That's what it does look like.
Yes. So, it was running, guys. We're jumping right in here. And there's no coolant in there. It looked like there was, but you can clearly see all the way down to the radiator. Just checking.
Let's make sure that we don't see anything real bad right here. That looks good.
Well, no condensate. Now check the fun part. Well, no milkshake. No milkshake. That looks like brand new oil from...
Did you just change oil on this?
Yeah.
That's good.
All right, well that is good. It definitely looks like it's low on coolant. Let's see if there's any obvious leaks going on here. We should have, I wish I had a pressure testing kit. You getting under it?
Well, I just wonder if it's got a hole in it.
It could definitely have a hole in it. We should have brought coolant too. I didn't know what we were getting into, guys. We're just jumping right in. I bet it runs well. I mean, no milkshake's good news. TPMS light. Let's get the scanner hooked up. All right, guys, this car actually looks great. We started with no check engine light or anything like that, no TCM issues. One ABS fault, TPMS light's on, like I said before, but we've got 17 faults for some reason. There shouldn't be any more than 4. What's going on with that? The IUM has some faults, but it seems like everything else is probably just fine. Eric's running over to the gas station to grab some coolant, and we're gonna dump it in and hopefully find a leak. That's our goal here, and I should put the cap back on it so we can get some pressure in this thing and maybe see a puddle on the ground. That would be ideal. Anything to make our lives easy out here in a parking lot. So it's probably been running for like 5 minutes or so, and I was like, it's running fine, there's no codes, what could be the problem here? We'll get coolant, we'll go from there. And then I decided I should go feel the radiator hoses real quick, at least the bottom one, because it should be full at minimum. And they're both ice cold, and it feels like there's nothing in either hose. Is this car driving with zero coolant? All right, the codes, it was ABS code steering angle sensor malfunction. It's a history code though, it's not actually current. And then a whole bunch of TPMS codes there, look at that. That's ridiculous. It may have all dead transmitters. I doubt it, but it might. Oh, look at that. Yeah, they might have all 4 dead batteries. A bunch of codes from a dead battery. Nothing important here.
This car does not rust. How's that possible?
It doesn't rust because it's electronically protected from
That one's
rust.
not working.
That one doesn't have LEDs on it. I think that's a remote for this.
Very interesting.
It looks like the white wire, yeah, it runs across. All right, guys, we made a quick O'Reilly's run. We picked up some 50/50 coolant here. Got the truck headlights over here since it's getting dark, and of course it's raining at the same time. So Eric's filling this thing up real quick. And hopefully, in a second, we see some coolant spraying out of this thing. I don't know where. It doesn't look like there's any obvious leaks other than on top of it.
It looks like it's been spitting.
Yep.
Like the E-fan's been throwing it, maybe?
Maybe the fan was throwing it. That could be it. But it sure is taking a lot of coolant.
Yeah, I assumed it sucked the reservoir dry, right? Because we're at the bottom.
I'm going to go ahead and start it.
Yeah, start it. Let's watch it.
Here we go. There's that blue coolant light. Oh, it thinks it's warm already, which is interesting. Huh. It's possible it was just low.
Yeah.
Possible.
Like it's always been low, and then
Maybe.
it's real hot this summer, so,
Yeah.
you know. But you don't burn coolant, right? That's not typical. Not unless it's getting through.
You absolutely should not burn coolant. Let's get the cap on there.
I want to see the fans turn on, and
Yeah, we'll let it warm all the way up. I'll hook the scanner up and let's get some temps.
should I fill that?
Not yet. We've got the live data pulled up. The coolant temp right now is at 68 Celsius, so that's about, it's in the 150 range. So we're gonna let this thing warm all the way up. Hopefully we see 100 C here in a minute and the fans kick on. I'm assuming somewhere around boiling, the fans will kick on. 69. Nice. We're up to 76 degrees Celsius after a few minutes. And there is a puddle. I think it's just what Eric spilled underneath it. So obviously it's raining at the same time. We can't just move the car and get a restart on that. So we're gonna keep waiting here. I visually checked the whole radiator. I don't see any leaks, any coolant coming out of the front or the back of it. If anything, it's the top or the bottom intakes. And we're just gonna wait until it's hotter and find out, hopefully. See if this thing's warming up yet. It's warming up. Subarus must be made of unicorns or something, guys. We've had this thing running for 15 minutes now, and we're only to 90 C. It simply will not get hot. We did flip the AC on to make sure the fans run. They do just like they should, and the temp dropped back to 87 instantly, and we shut it back off, and we're still waiting. We don't have any bigger of a puddle underneath other than what was spilled right there. So nothing on the other side of the radiator, nothing we can see.
That just dropped 2 degrees.
There it goes again.
You don't need coolant, I mean.
88. Yeah, Eric was wondering why this isn't air cooled. It's basically a Porsche. You can't put gold coolant in it. It has to be half pink, half purple.
That's fine.
Or maybe 25 pink, 75 purple.
Tell me when I hit that line. Can't see.
You're at the line, full.
But I think it was touching like the very bottom of the.
Yeah.
So maybe it had just enough in it.
Yeah.
Maybe like just enough to save it.
Let's go drive around in second gear and see if we can make some magic happen.
All right.
Well, we took it for a long drive. We've got the defrost on. We had the engine loaded up. And there are no leaks. Well, what we decided to do was pretty simple. Obviously, we filled that thing back up with coolant. How much did we put in there, Eric?
Probably took half a jug.
Okay, half a gallon or something like that.
Yeah.
And we filled it up, filled the reservoir up. We never found a leak, but we're going to change the top radiator hose because I don't like the way it looks. And we're gonna pressure test it when it comes over to the shop. So we're not doing that tonight. She's gonna bring it over in, I don't know, next week or something like that before it goes on its Christmas road trip, and we'll get everything figured out. Now, we're gonna grab some Popeyes, hit the shop, and do some work on Eric's truck. Well, here's a vehicle we've never revealed to you guys before. This is Eric's new work truck, replacing the 2015. Now, he still has the 2015, but he needed another beater after the old white one finally breathed its last breath, the 600,000 mile one. It's finally wrecked, it's finally gone, and now he's here with this new one. This is a 2001 F-150 with some nice tires. It came with these tires and wheels and everything, right?
I put the tires on.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, came with the wheels.
Those tires look brand new.
They are. They're only $200 a piece though.
$200 a piece, not bad.
They're full 10 ply.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's the F-150 in all its glory up on the lift. What this thing cost?
3,000.
3,000, and it's got 300,000 miles?
256.
256,000 miles. And, you know.
It's got VTEC.
It's got VTEC, which is hilarious.
Okay.
The rockers are gone.
Yeah.
But honestly, they're gone in a way. At least on these, you don't see that they're gone.
See them, yeah.
Yeah, when it's on the ground, you definitely
This is
can't
awesome.
tell.
This is all good.
Yeah, all the frame, everything looks super
The frame's,
solid.
yeah, I crawled under it and the frame, I mean, that's obviously here. Some of them are worse than others, but all these, I mean, what, this truck's 23 years old at this point?
Yeah.
But the frame is solid as a rock.
Somebody have cutouts? Is that?
So he had the custom exhaust work done. Dude, look at this.
What is this stuff?
You know, like PVC pipe?
Yeah.
Like Schedule 40?
Uh-huh.
Well, this would probably be the equivalent in exhaust. It sounds...
I like how he welded on the same pipe.
Yeah, not this one. He was a little short on that one.
Did you see, I noticed this 2 seconds ago, a huge hole right here.
Oh, yeah.
And the hole is where they welded the hanger.
Yeah.
Oh, your bullet muffler failed.
Yeah. Well, I have so when you put it in reverse, it goes.
Oh, you can hear the squeak?
Yeah, well, see, this hanger's not, it's this hanger, I think.
Ah, yeah, that hanger is totally loose.
So when you put it in reverse, I was driving the other day and Jeff's like, you got a squeak. And I was like, it's the exhaust.
Put it in reverse, Terry.
But I have a friend who's supposedly getting me like so this is true duals. The way they did it, it's true duals all the way back, but I don't know. And here's the...
You're right, you do have an oil leak.
But I think it's coming from all the way from up top.
It looks like it's coming from up
So
top.
I think my valve cover gasket on this side.
I mean, it's all over the starter and the exhaust flange.
Yeah.
So I'm with you.
I cleaned it off once, and I just can't see it, but see how it's...
Yeah.
I think it's coming from the...
Oh, it's coming from the valve cover.
Yeah, so I just need to put new valve cover. So for 256,000 miles, the guy had the front diff and the back diff, like, he had those changed.
Yep.
So those have new fluid. He's had the transmission. This is the original engine and original transmission.
No way.
Yeah.
I love that this side is bone dry.
Yeah.
And this side is just soaked.
Yeah, it's leaked.
All the way down the head. It's the valve cover gasket for sure.
Which is a bonus because it's the rear main. It's just a pain.
Yep.
But I knew I saw this when I bought it. And
All the 4-wheel drive works?
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
The only thing I haven't tried is that it's got a sunroof.
Oh yeah.
I don't have the guts to open it.
Maybe don't. Maybe just put some tape.
It's got
on
like
it.
loose parts up there. I just close it.
So it's only got a leveling kit, but it's got Ranchero shocks. It looks like.
Yeah.
It looks like it's
The
only
guy,
got
so he owned it. This is a 01. He was the second owner, which is actually like finding one of these with such few owners is a bonus.
Yep.
He bought it. The paperwork's in it. He bought it in 2002 with 18,000 miles on it.
Oh wow.
So he's owned it basically its whole life, which is when you can find a truck like that, and you know, like I kind of knew the guy, so you know its history, and you know the guy takes care of his trucks. This guy's like 8 trucks, and he takes care of everything.
Yeah.
It's always worth it, you know.
It really needs a complete exhaust. There's more rust.
Yeah, that's why I was gonna have us look at it before we decided what we were gonna do.
Yeah, and this.
It sounds like a boat.
It does sound like a boat.
It's not a good sound.
Transmission output shaft seal must be leaking. It's a little wet there, but nowhere else. No wetness, and then all of a sudden, dark and wet right inside there.
Been serviced. I mean,
Yeah, it has been
if
serviced.
it needed something, he took care of it.
Just some blocks in the back or something, I see.
Yeah, it's leveled. It's for sure level, but I don't understand is you can't turn the torsion keys that much without the fronts. You know what I mean? They'll kick out real hard. So when this truck's on the ground, it's perfectly level. And it looks great, so I don't know.
I thought it just needed the seal on the pumpkin, but it looks like it needs a pinion seal.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, it's wet right at the bottom. So it's gonna need a pinion seal. This U-joint looks a bit rough, but I mean, that's all cheap. It's just time.
Yeah.
Lots of time.
But like honestly, the only thing, I'll probably do the exhaust on it.
Yep.
And I'll fix the valve cover leak, and then like that down. This ain't no big deal. The only thing I can't stand about it leaks right onto the cat.
Oh, so you have to smell the oil.
So I have to smell the oil, and that's
Yeah.
the only thing that annoys me.
Hey, this
I know
thing-
it's not a big deal, but you know what I mean? The last one was Coolant.
Yep.
The one that got totaled, your Silverado, it got totaled. It had a coolant smell because the heater core was going out.
Yep.
And this one, I get oil, and I'm like, ugh.
I forgot. What was that? Another 01? What was that?
It wasn't a one. It
That-
had a heater core going out on it. It was like right before the guy totaled it. I mean, it spit out so much. It was spitting out water on the floorboard.
That, of course, was the Sierra Silverado.
That was a
Silverado with the 5.3 in it that I traded my
4.8.
94. Oh, it was a 4.8. It was a 4.8. That I traded my 94 Z28, the one we rebuilt. I traded that Camaro for that truck, and Eric had it until somebody hit it, and he got paid out. So now he's got this one.
I think this is the original. Where is it?
Yeah, it definitely looks like
There it is.
tire.
20th week of 01.
Yep.
Look at that. This tire's.
It's never been off.
It's still
Yeah.
kind of soft.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's funny is these treads almost look exactly.
They do. This vent hose is sure weird. I'm not even sure what it's supposed to do. Why would a vent hose come to the brake line tee?
That's probably a. No, that wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bleeder.
I don't
It's interesting. Well,
so it's supposed to be there.
it's supposed to be there, yeah.
It's just broke off.
We just need to put a new piece of hose in.
Yeah, I don't know. So these years are still the four-wheel drive on these is vacuum.
You know, Zach's telling me the brand new one, his truck's brand new, and he says it's still vacuum.
I think they're still vacuum.
I was like, that's insane.
Yeah.
Zach's having a lot of problems with his like brand new F-150 because when the vacuum fails, apparently they lock into four-wheel drive. So he's out driving and all of a sudden the truck slams into four-wheel drive and he can't get it back out. That's insane. But anyway, today we're gonna do basic maintenance on this thing, get the oil changed, and well, that's really all we're gonna do, and then send Eric down to the lake, and I'm gonna jump in mine and head to St. Louis, and by the end of the weekend, we should all be back with a lot of stuff done. Well, let's see what the oil's like here. We built a makeshift oil draining stand because my nice lift oil drain thing is over at Eric's, like I said before. So that's like the last thing we need to go get. Oh, bro, it's gonna come shooting out though.
Yeah, I know.
You're gonna have to like unscrew it by hand and run.
It's still tight. Is the thing I'm trying to.
Oh, okay.
Golly,
It shouldn't be tight.
it is.
Somebody Walmarted it right in there, didn't they?
That's probably what. I wonder if the oil filter's wrong.
That oil filter looks wrong. Oh, your CV boot here is broken.
The boot's broken.
Yep.
Nobody needs that.
Nobody needs that. Well, I'm eager to see how far the oil sprays out of
I
here.
hope it's not any further than that.
I hope so too. I think you got a good setup. I think you got this figured out.
It's your shop floor is the bonus.
Well, I don't have any oil dry. Oh, you basically nailed it! Look at that! Not magnetic, is it? It's not.
No, so it doesn't smell. So the new one, since it's a direct inject, the EcoBoost,
Smells like gas.
smells like gas every single time. But I think a big problem was that throttle body was, I think it smelled even worse because the throttle body was screwing up. Now I'm getting 0.6 miles to the gallon better than I was.
Wild.
So we were definitely eating gas. And I thought it was because when we'd fill it up, it'd say 502.
Yeah.
And now we're doing like 546 on average. So, I mean, it's getting better gas mileage. It's crazy. But, I mean, it makes sense, I guess. If it wasn't running right, it wasn't running right.
Hey, thanks, man.
Walmart or somebody.
Yeah, it might be a Walmart. This is a 67060. This is the filter we think the truck's supposed to have, the FL820S. And we did notice the seal's the same size, and the threads look like they're the same. Look at that. That's kind of threaded through, and the Motorcraft one only has 3 threads in it.
That's all they ever believe in. That's the spark plugs only have, that's the 2 valves, so it's the same on the spark plugs. 3 threads.
Well, let's put this filter on. It's way, way bigger, which typically is better on a filter, but let's find out if it fits. You have to sneak it above the front diff and get it up on here.
Because if it doesn't fit, it'll hit the,
Yeah.
it'll hit the front diff, yeah.
Wow. Tell you what, it's 100 times harder to get this filter in.
I bet it is. As long as it fits above the front diff, I think.
Yeah. How many threads are in there? The other one didn't come off 100 threads. There it goes, it tightened up.
Look, man, if it's a Ford, It's got to be.
One of 3 filters.
It's got to be Motorcraft.
We went to buy the oil in the filter. Eric goes, it's got to be Motorcraft. Fords only take Motorcraft.
It won't run right if it's not. The guy said he always put royal purple in this, and then his brother had it for a couple months and changed the oil for him.
Yeah.
And according to that oil filter, that's like one of those Jiffy Lube or 5 Minute, because they just buy those in bulk and they're universal sizes, so they don't care if it holds the same capacity.
I can tell you, nobody buying royal purple bought that oil filter.
Yeah. So,
That's for sure.
I mean, and that's if he was telling the truth, which I'm sure he was. He, like I said, he takes care of his stuff, so.
Well, filter's done. Throw the plug in it. Let's send it.
No, it's like a river.
To drain the filter down, yeah. I do love it when they do this. The Colorado was the first truck I ever saw where it had a little valley for the oil to drain.
Well, I think the next generation, which is what, 04 Fords? Not a big Ford guy. The filter had like it had like one of these like up here and the oil came out or something like this.
Yeah.
They definitely designed something for it too. But my 15 comes out in a horrible, that EcoBoost comes out in a terrible place.
The Canyon Colorado, they added that to the frame. It's literally a funnel on the frame right there.
Yeah.
It's super nice.
that makes sense, yeah.
Super nice. Look at this. I've got a whole case of brake paint from O'Reilly's if you want to just blast it and have a nice clean truck. Well, we also learned that the truck will clear the garage door arm and everything else. The front end cleared the ceiling. I'm glad we put this thing up there. What a bonus. Everything actually fits. We are not going to put trucks up here anymore though. It's a big pain to load them onto the lift. The Cobra needs to move over here and the trucks need to go on the back lift. That's really the only way this shop works. It's just so much easier to drive a truck in and pick that lift up immediately. And it's nice and easy to get cars on the front lift. So that's what we're gonna do from now on. We're gonna get this thing off the lift now, start it back up, clear the oil life, and it's ready to head down the road. Off to the lake to do some abandoned mini resort things. I guess the truck's full of parts for the lake house, huh?
Yeah, all my tools are in it and all the tile backsplash, all that stuff's in there.
It's gotta look sweet.
Hopefully, either that or I'll tear it back down.
The whole house? No. HGTV would take our bathroom back down.
All those remodeling shows are just they're so bad.
You don't have a real open concept till the bathroom's in the middle of the kitchen.
I know. You don't need roof supports, just let it float.
You go up a hair, I'm gonna pull the transmission jack out. We didn't have a screw jack, so luckily I had my transmission jack just for extra support here.
The Nike for safety.
You know, we're not worried about safety, but hit it. There you go. All clear. Now that we got the truck down, we do need to look under the hood real quick. He's got this, the AEM brute force intake, which actually looks like it's working out pretty well, but then there's this filter that's definitely toast. And then apparently it's got AEM coils.
It's got Excel coils.
Oh, Excel coils. This is a race truck. Look at that, yellow coils, huh?
Yeah, it's got Excel coils.
Pure racing machine.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, that valve cover has oil all over it.
Yeah, I mean, it's, apparently I need 2 bolts to go here.
Yep, got a bolt missing for the air cleaner.
2 of them, yeah.
This is just a hot air intake. It's clearly breathing out of the engine bay.
No, it's cold.
Where's the cold air coming from, Eric?
Give me a Sawzall.
Just put a
Cut a
hole.
race hole in the fender.
But I like how they notated their oil changes, even though it's the same number twice.
I don't know what they're doing.
What's the deal here? Dude, it's got new hood struts on it. I gotta give you props for your new hood struts. Okay, and your hood light somehow works. Those never work.
0801?
Is okay, I thought you were gonna say it's an 08. I was like, I don't think that's an 08.
It's a 3 valve, but it's really not. You know how they have the leftover trucks? Well, this is leftover, so it's 2.
They got left over for quite a while, honestly.
The only thing that scares me about this whole truck's the sunroof.
Yeah.
Not opening it.
Oh, also, this thing's super clean inside, guys. 250,000 miles. Take a look at that. This is one of those ones you could sell on those truck pages where they sell them as like new old stock. It is crazy clean. Look at that. The radio and everything.
I've been sat in, so I just folded the seats down and put my tools on top of it.
Oh, the back seats have never been sat in?
And he's like, nobody ever sat in the back seats, but all my tools are back there, so I folded the seats down so the seats will still never get sat in. I mean, I think you can see this one.
They do look nice.
Yeah. But yeah, that terrifies me. It doesn't leak, which is good.
Headliner's not even sagging.
Well, headliner's good, all those lights work. The only thing that doesn't work is, I believe that was probably a compass at one point.
Oh, in the center?
The whole screen's dead, yeah.
Yeah, compass and temperature.
But I'm not hitting that. If I accidentally ever hit that top button, I'll be in trouble.
Well, there you have it, guys. We got Eric's cousin's car basically sorted out. She's good to drive for a bit, and then we'll finish fixing it next week. Eric's new work truck, and of course I was gonna finish another car today, but we got a little sidetracked. We've been at this for 6-7 hours now. So that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop.watchjericho.com for cool shirts, not like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I'll talk to you next time. LED headlights too. Check that out. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Let's go.